And that literally happened to me one day when I found myself saying they should help those people. And then I realized there is no they, it's you. You need to get up, get off the couch, and go fix the thing you see instead of waiting for the mysterious they to fix it. So there is no they as written in huge letters on my wall, so that when I find myself complaining about something, I immediately stop and instead go do something about it.
Accepting responsibility.
Yeah, somebody's got to own it. Why not you?
I want to delve into the richness and the power of relationships, how it's helped you go from starting out as a younger professional, turning entrepreneur, how you recommend we facilitate growing new relationships, not just for business leverage or anything, but also enriching our lives. What action steps would you recommend I take to facilitate connecting with great people along the way? How to transition from I'm more of a hyper-competitive, but I want to transition, more to just focusing on service and connection orientation versus my natural tendency to be like hard charging.
All right. Well, actually, I'm glad you used that word hyper-competitive because I am too. And I think that's one of the DNA requirements for good entrepreneurs. You really have to care, and you really have to want to win, and you really have to drive hard every day to get there. So I'm glad to hear you say that. But you asked probably my favorite question about relationships and people. And you also pointed out that there's two aspects to it. So let me hit the first one first, which is business. People always talk, when they talk about growing a company and scaling, right? I've written one book in my life called Scale, because that's the thing I've always focused on, how to grow companies. And we were blessed enough to have a couple of our companies turn into multi-billion-dollar global companies. So we scaled them. And when you talk about growing your business, for any of your listeners, and scaling, people always ask, what do you need most to grow a business? And they always say funding, and they're wrong. The answer, the scarcest resource in the world is not financial capital, it's human capital. They can give you all the money, that you want, but if you don't have the right team and you don't have a team of people that you can empower and get out of their way and let them grow the business with you and for you, you're never going to scale. So given that human capital is the scarcest resource, you have to dedicate time to finding it and building relationships. And so what I do, to answer your question, is about the time I started to realize that I was never going to scale until I could get out of my own way, which means finding people smarter than you and then literally trusting them and letting go. So you tell somebody, look, you handle this. I know it's your baby. It's your business. For our listeners, but you're going to have to let go, and you're going to have to trust people, and you're going to have to feel excited about people smarter than you, not threatened by those people. Be glad that Michael Jordan or whoever, Steph Curry, LeBron James, be glad they're on your team and not the other team. Don't be jealous of them. And so to find those people takes work. The best people in growing a business, get this, the way you hire people is you run ads, right? You put a job posting somewhere. But the simple truth is, most of the people replying to a job posting are replying to it because they lost theirs. Okay? So the best people in any category are probably not looking for a job. In fact, they probably already have a good job and they get calls all the time for jobs. They're not out looking, so they're not going to respond to your ad, and they're not going to wander into your office. So you know what you have to do? You have to go out and find them. So I schedule time as a business owner. My whole life, I would literally schedule days, a day or two each month, where I would leave the office, leave the company, and what I was doing for that day was going out hunting talent and building relationships.
Congratulations on making it to the end of this episode. What about this episode stood out to you? Next, I need your help sharing this show. I want this podcast to impact and reach 6,000 people per episode by August 31st, 2019. And I want us to reach 15,000 people per month by March 29th, 2020. Have you been enjoying multiple episodes of The Heart Healthy Hustle? I'm thrilled to share with you an exclusive invitation to join our new Facebook community. To get to know other Heart Healthy Hustlers, simply go to thehearthealthyhustle.com/Facebook, where you can expect to see different members of our community being featured weekly in Facebook Live calls. I appreciate all of your love and support, and I will see you in the next episode. As always, be generous on every occasion. There is a story for you, and live wide open.